Hi, my name is Kibum. I'm at Reddal Seoul office as a Business Analyst Intern. My education background is in applied mathematics and statistics and also economics.
Hello everyone, my name is Seoyoung Kim and I'm currently the intern at the Seoul office in Reddal. I lived majority of my life in Australia until I moved to South Korea for my university in Yonsei University as an international relations major.
Hello everyone, I'm Anar Hashimli. I'm Business Analyst Intern here at Helsinki office. About my background, I'm second-year master's student at Aalto School of Business, pursuing a degree in SEMS program and in strategic management.
The three words I would choose are new, supportive, and analytical. New because this is the first consulting type internship I've had. Everything was kind of new to me, and this is a global company. I had to work with different people of all over the globe with different backgrounds and literally in different time zones. Throughout the 3 months internship I've had people all around me available to help me when I'm in need. People like Weike, Han, and Oscar as well, who were involved in the engagements I was in. Analytical because the tasks that are involved in this environment is in nature, it require a lot of analytical skills. For example, I've had to analyze multiple years worth of data throughout the time using Excel. I had to do a value chain mapping. So the tasks that are involved in this require a lot of analytical skills.
Community, growth, and transparency. And this is because I found all three keywords within my first day of Reddal immediately. So to start with, community. I realized that the buddy lunch was organized since day one. A lot of people were willing to support me on the onboarding process. For growth, I realized that from day one, I was onboarded to a real client and I was doing very important work, which meant that there was a lot of learning opportunity for me to learn about different fields as well as industries. In terms of transparency, I realized that at Reddal, people are very transparent and open about what the expectations are and how you can achieve them. So this is not only in terms of setting goals for myself, but also how to get there was very transparent, which meant that I was able to work on my tasks with a lot of clarity.
The first one would be challenging because this was my very first consulting experience I had, and it was my very first professional experience in Finland. Second one would be team orientation, because here the way we work, we are usually in small teams and it's very intimate. You get to engage with other team members and also with your engagement manager quite often, even in day-to-day basis. And third one would be unique. What we do is that we are also involved in the implementation stage, so you actually get to see the result of your work analysis. So I really like that side of it.
In terms of practical skills, I've learned a lot regarding how to use Excel and how to analyze data. In terms of soft skills, I learned how to basically never give up. There was an engagement where I had to do a lot of cold callings, and after I've got the reply and the engagement went well. So I think never giving up was a valuable lesson for me.
So my main learnings from my internship at Reddal were that firstly, frequent communication is key. At the start of the internship, you are very nervous and you want to get a lot of the work done by yourself. But without honest and clear communication, it's really difficult for you to report to your managers as well as your team members where you are up to, where you are struggling. And that's why I realized that frequent communication is key in getting the work done in the most smoothest as well as transparent way as possible. My second key takeaway was that people are always there to help. I think when I imagined company and corporate life before I entered as an intern, I imagined a lot of people to be individualistic and driven just by the KPIs of our work. But I realized that at Reddal, people care about you as a person and how much you are learning and how you are faring at your work, which means that you are able to rely on your coworkers, have some fun, as well as getting the work done.
I would start with problem solving first. Regardless of I'm coming from a business school background and I have done lots of courses that included how to solve a problem and etc. The level of depth we go here is quite different, and I really love how efficiently we use different tools, and I got to learn them quite a lot and had a chance to implement them in several projects throughout the internship period. The second learning I would mention is coming from the marine practice. I have no engineering background, but diving into this industry was quite interesting, seeing them in first place. What are the processes, coordination, project management, all of those were quite new to me, and I really enjoyed learning them and also having something to add to them.
During the internship, I had an engagement that involved a lot of cold calling companies, and after 200 emails and about 100 phone calls, there was no reply until when I finally got a positive reply from a company. That was probably the most memorable experience, and I remember just standing up in a chair and just going like this. So yeah, I think that was the most memorable experience.
My most memorable experience at Reddal was being able to come to Helsinki, Finland for the Reddal Academy training. I have never been to this side of Europe, so being able to experience not only the city, but also the Reddal culture by being in office at Helsinki was a great experience for me. Especially being able to meet a lot of my coworkers, which I was working with online, was really great because I was able to see a face that I was seeing behind a screen in real life and getting closer with my coworkers. I think another memorable experience was when a culture trainer came and explained different concepts such as collisions and settling points. Collision basically meaning the different point in contact between two different people, and settling points meaning a point in which you don't strive for more but just settle at a certain point. These concepts were something that I knew at the back of my head, but being able to learn about this really made these concepts more concrete and made me realize I think I should really strive to have more lunches with my coworkers so that we can get more collisions, as well as strive for my best so that I don't just meddle at a settling point.
When I joined Reddal at first, I was quite surprised how fast office admin takes care of the request. Shout out to Heine. So my first request was a supplement for the exercises, and it was just got delivered in a week time period. And it was a great experience afterwards, taking these supplements and going to gym right after the work.
Throughout the internship, I learned that there's no one-size-fits-all solutions to the problems we face. Before the start, I kind of expected that it would involve a lot of traditional approaches or frameworks that are done in case interviews, but turns out that really you have to be flexible and creative in solving all these problems that businesses face. And in terms of that, that was an eye-opening experience for me.
And expectations that I had before starting an internship at Reddal was a very common expectation that people have towards interns, which is the idea that we don't do very important work, that a lot of it is just printing materials, doing desktop research. But I realized after coming at Reddal that this is really not true. Reddal expects you to deliver real client work from the first week. I think having this expectation made me achieve more success, in that instead of letting just time pass by, I was able to be productive in my time, which led me to deliver actual work that I have pride, value, as well as meaning in.
When I started my internship at Reddal, I was expecting to be signed to projects similar to typical consulting world. However, that was not the quite case. Here at Reddal, we have business development as a service model, which focuses on implementations stage. And I must say, I really loved working in projects that involves implementation because you got to see the result of your work.